In a new controversy reigniting America's long-running debates over race, media responsibility, and political accountability, Donald Trump has denied knowingly engaging with a video containing racist imagery depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. The issue surfaced after Trump shared, or was linked to, content circulating online that included an explicitly racist clip. The video, which quickly drew outrage, was condemned across the political spectrum for invoking long-standing racist tropes historically used to dehumanize Black Americans. When questioned, Trump responded by saying he didn't see that portion of the video. According to Trump, his engagement with the content was not an endorsement of the offensive imagery, but rather an interaction without full awareness of what the video contained. "I didn't see that part," Trump said, distancing himself from the most inflammatory element of the clip. However, critics argue that such explanations no longer satisfy public expectations for accountability, especially for a figure who has repeatedly been accused of amplifying extremist or racially charged content online. Civil rights advocates were quick to respond, stating that the imagery used in the video echoes some of the darkest chapters of American history. Depicting Black individuals as animals has long been a tool of racial violence and exclusion, they say, and its appearance in modern political discourse is deeply alarming. Democratic lawmakers and activists emphasize that intent is not the only issue. Impact matters just as much. Even unintentional amplification of racist content by high-profile figures can legitimize hate, they warn. Republican allies of Trump, meanwhile, pushed back against the criticism, framing the backlash as politically motivated. They argue that Trump is frequently targeted for content he neither created nor explicitly endorsed, and that the outrage is part of a broader effort to discredit him ahead of future political battles. The incident once again highlights the growing tension between social media, political influence, and responsibility. In an era where clips can be shared globally in seconds, the line between ignorance and accountability has become increasingly blurred. For many Americans, the controversy raises a familiar question. Should public figures be held responsible for every piece of content they interact with, or does intent still matter? As the debate continues, one thing is clear: racial imagery, even when dismissed or denied, still carries powerful consequences in a deeply divided society. And as the United States heads further into another intense political cycle, moments like this show how quickly old wounds can be reopened, and how fragile the line remains between political messaging and racial harm. Mainstream media outlets quickly dissected the claim made by Donald Trump, questioning how a public figure with millions of followers could interact with content without reviewing it fully. Commentators pointed out that this is not the first time Trump has been accused of amplifying controversial material online. Over the years, similar incidents have fueled accusations that his digital behavior normalizes extreme or offensive narratives. Experts emphasize that the imagery used in the video targeting Barack Obama and Michelle Obama is rooted in a long history of racial dehumanization. Historians warn that such portrayals are not accidental jokes, but symbols historically used to justify discrimination and exclusion, making their reappearance in modern politics especially disturbing. Republican allies defended Trump, insisting the controversy is being weaponized for political gain. They argue the former president did not create the video and did not knowingly endorse its racist elements. Democrats, however, say leadership requires responsibility, not excuses. They argue that denying awareness does little to address the broader harm caused once such content spreads. The controversy reignites debate over responsibility in the age of algorithms. With content traveling faster than ever, even a single interaction can send a powerful message. Technology analysts warn that high-profile engagement gives legitimacy to material that might otherwise remain on the fringes of the internet. As the United States approaches another high-stakes election cycle, moments like this risk reshaping public perception, especially among undecided voters. Political strategists note that controversies involving race can have long-lasting consequences, mobilizing opposition while energizing core supporters. Whether Trump saw the offensive clip or not, the fallout highlights a deeper issue. In modern politics, perception can matter as much as intent. The question now facing the nation is not just about one video, but about the standards expected of those who seek power in a deeply polarized America.